Sarah, good afternoon.
Tom, thank you very much. Roch, finally, a day for baseball. Good weather out here. We heard from Brandon Hyde earlier, and they are just so excited to finally play. It seems like it's been quite a few days since they've played.
Why am I in a heavy sweater today?
That's a good question.
I would give anything for a nice cool rain shower right now. No, it is nice. I was shocked to see blue sky. It actually startled me. And the players are just so happy to be able to get out in the field, as Brandon said. Monday was a debacle. We've gone over that. Just how crazy it was with standing water, and they're using a pitchfork to try and drain it.
Craziest thing
and
I've
the aerator that we think may have punctured a sprinkler. We're not sure. I talked to people that said normally it drains really well here. So they were confused of why in left field, where they normally do the dump there at the tarp, that the water was standing and nothing seemed to be working. They waited so long. That was the issue. I think they appreciated yesterday that they made a decision quickly, like around 5 o'clock for a 6:35 game. They were happy about that. Then it was just a matter of getting everything lined up. You realize none of the postponements were ever stated because of rain. It was unplayable field conditions, and it was the forecast of rain. But, of course, rain was involved in both of them.
Yep.
So you get the doubleheader today. You get a doubleheader August 12th as well. And then it was about just trying to line up pitching.
Now, a few players have told me they needed the rest. They were happy to get it. But, of course, in some situations, it could hurt the team. We talk about the starting pitching and how this affects it today. Of course, you're going to see David Hesson and Cashner. And tomorrow, Straley, what have you heard about the way this rotation could just work out down the road from here, Rob?
Yeah, I think for the most part that Brandon just wanted to kind of push everybody back. And he gave Andrew Cashner as the veteran the choice today of which game he was going to start in the doubleheader. He wanted the nightcap. So David Hess goes in game 1. Dan Straley flew out today to go to Cleveland a day ahead of his start on Thursday, which he said he's never done before. It's a very common practice with the Orioles and other teams. But he goes, I've never flown out a day early, and I actually love it because they're going to get in late tonight. And he's got a 6:10 start, I think, in Cleveland, so he'll get more rest this way. So he knew right away he was doing Thursday's game without the beard, by the way. Don't be startled. Dan Straley shaved his beard.
He did.
So then Dylan Bundy goes Friday, John Means on Saturday, but that leaves Sunday to be determined because somebody'd be working on short rest if you kept everybody lined up. So now they're going to have to figure out who they plug in, whether it's somebody from AAA, whether it's somebody out of the bullpen, if it's an opener. Sunday is to be determined.
All going to depend on how many relievers, of course, they use here and throughout Cleveland. Roch, Zach Pop had Tommy John surgery. He, of course, was acquired during the Manny Machado trade from the Dodgers. What is the latest on his update?
Yeah, I mean, it was successful surgery, we were told, which, by the way, I think they're all successful, aren't they?
I hope they are. I think it means that their arm is still attached to their body.
I've never seen a tweet that said he had unsuccessful Tommy John surgery. The arm's attached. He lived through it. He's doing great. He's only 22. I know it's a disappointment. Tommy John sounds bad when you hear it, but it's one of those surgeries now guys normally recover from quite easily, quicker than they used to, sometimes throwing even harder than they were. I think the question is whether this was related to all of the problems he had in spring training. Remember, he made one appearance, and his velocity was in the upper 80s instead of the upper 90s. He's usually around 99. And there was some concern there, but he claimed it was my first outing. I'm not going to rear back and throw as hard as I can, but it still raised enough red flags that the Orioles went ahead and shut him down, slow played him. He didn't pitch again. He got sent out, went back on kind of a throwing progression, flat ground, that sort of thing. And he was pitching really well at Bowie. 1 run in 10 2/3 innings over, I believe it was like 8 appearances. Had it through a scoreless 1/3 of an inning. His last outing, he faced 1 batter, 4 pitches, had to strike out. And then all of a sudden, the next day, he's on the injured list on May 1st, and we hear Tommy John. So I think it was surprising that it was so abrupt. And Brandon Hyde said he's not really sure if it was related at all to what he was going through in spring training. Probably doesn't matter. The bottom line is he had the surgery. He'll miss the rest of the season.
And part of the
next season. Yeah. They're not obviously going to rush the kid back. But the important thing is he's one of their top pitching prospects, and it's disappointing that this happened, but it's not the end of his career by any stretch of the imagination.
All right. Roch Kubatko, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tom, back to you.